What a balmy day. What's that?
Feel right at home?
Shoot, no, it's warm in Colorado.
Play at home next year.
You ready out?
We do.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
It's like a drink.
Putting on Adam.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Had to swap out cameras.
Look at your ears perk up a little or something like that.
Smells good. It's almost as loud as yours.
Colorado State-Pueblo head coach John Riskin in the center. Senior running back Cameron McDonald on the far side, and near me have senior nose guard Tony Campton. Coach will open up with your opening thoughts.
What a great victory for the Thunderwolves. It was playing against one great team in Midwestern, and I appreciate the opportunity to compete against a great team, a well-coached team, and I'm really proud of the 58 guys and the coaches we brought on this trip. They went to work, put our head down, and it wasn't always pretty, but the key in playoff football is to find a way to win by one more, and our guys had a great job today. Their energy was great. They overcame a lot on a long road trip, and I couldn't be prouder of this program. This is a signature win for us, and against a very, very top opponent, and we're sure excited to have a chance to host a game in Pueblo, Colorado next weekend.
Open up for questions.
A couple times you had to settle for field goals, and then you didn't. With a minute and a half left to go in the first half, you decided just to go up in the locker room at half, even though you had all 3 timeouts. Did you put it in the hands of your defense today, do you think?
Well, I think when you go 14-0 in the first quarter, you end up trying to be a little bit of conservative, especially in the wind factor of that. And we had Zach Martinez go out after the first quarter, and he's one of our best offensive linemen. And so when he goes out, you're just trying to play to figure out how to get it to fourth quarter and find a way to win, and that's what we did. We found a way to get it to the fourth quarter and win. So you can call it conserve. I call it a formula to win.
Tony, I asked him about why they had trouble moving the ball, and the Midwestern coach, and he blamed you a lot. He said they had trouble moving you out there. So just tell me about the defensive effort. You seem like y'all stayed in control pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, we worked together as a D today. We got it done. We knew coming in that was a good O-line. Like the inside 3 were some of the best 3 that I was going to face all year, and I knew I had to step my game up. And everybody, we just all came together, and it was a group effort, really.
Did you have confidence? I know your special defense let you down a couple times, but then there at the end of the game when they're within a score, you pin them back at the 3, and they're going to have to drive the whole field. What was that like going out there to try to get one last stop to finish it off?
Well, you got to, being on the defensive side, you got to have confidence. So we had confidence going out there, and we knew we had to stop them. And thank God our punter pinned them deep, so they had to march 97 yards if they wanted to get in that end zone. So
You carried the ball 43 times. So much for the injury, I guess. We put that to rest now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's still hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure. Talk about today. I mean, the first half, Coach, you jump in here too. First half, you ran the ball pretty effectively up and down the field, and in the second half, they kind of tightened and did some things adjusting-wise. Just talk about today.
I mean, we kind of knew they were going to make adjustments throughout the game and try to slow that run down, since they know we're pretty good at running the ball. So, they kind of did that, and we just had to keep grinding it out is what Risto was telling us on the sideline. So, we just try to keep that going. I tried to take some of those blows off of B today, and it worked out.
Kind of roles reversed there a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that when it was 14-0 or 7, we got 17-0, and with Zach being out, that kind of affected our ability to protect on the edge a little bit too. So we put it in 30-2's hands, and that those really those guys up front blocking and trying to do those things that we're good at. We're not a drop back team, and we're not going to try to change on that. And we just want a way to get it to the fourth quarter and figure out how to win. And I thought our guys did a great job of that.
Looked like there were a lot of different offensive line combinations, maybe trying to figure out what would work.
Yeah, we had Quentin Walton was used to playing tight tackle, and we had to move him over to split tackle. And Ty McCauley, who's rotating Quentin at tight tackle, he had to play in there. And then Austin Miles did a nice job. And, Midwestern came up in the scheme, and they were just cutting us on the poles, and that was creating a lot of piles. And it was hard for 30 and 2 to get loose a little bit because of that reason. And so we tried to make a little different adjustments, and sometimes we got them, sometimes they got us, but that's nature of playoff football.
Talk about both interceptions. I mean, Darius made a play that I don't know if he can make another one like that. It was
Good thing we had a replay here so we could see it. I mean, that was a heck of a player on the sideline. It looked like the kid kind of topped, and Darius is good with his hands. He stayed alive with it. The ball popped right up to him, but I think the athletic play was keeping his feet in balance instead of his momentum was carrying it out, and that was really a big-time play.
And then Seth doesn't play for most of the season, gets hurt, finally comes back, gets hurt again, and then makes a big-time pick.
Yeah, that was nice for Seth to drop it. We always wanted to get a little drop and force him to throw it underneath. We'll rally to the short throws and take away the deep throws, and Seth did a nice job of getting underneath it and made a really athletic play. I think he was gassed after that coming in. He hadn't been in shape like that running, and so.
And finally, your senior kicker kicks right down Broadway, 45-yarder. That was the last gasp. That was kind of the difference maker at the end.
Yeah, it was. There's a lot of discussion on the headsets what to do and do.
Was there really?
And we're going to kick it and we're going to get it done. And Greg put it right through there. He had the wind behind his back, and we had great protection. It was nice having Jake back to snap, and we were able to get that 2-score lead that helped us.
He wasn't the one that.
No.
Okay.
Trace was a little banged up. He hurt his thumb, and he tried to goose it a little bit on that snap.
Well, I
and
saw
so
Jake later in there snapping.
yeah.
So I don't know if he was the one.
So Trace came to me and says
Okay.
his thumb's all screwed up, and he wasn't trying to make an excuse about anything. He says, this team means so much to me. I'd rather have Jake snap on that.
Coach, knowing how many times they've come back this year, how concerned were you getting when they started their comeback?
Well, I talked to guys at halftime and says what a tremendous team they are about making runs in the second half. And we always talk about the ebbs and flows of a game, and we needed to manage those things. And, when you're up 17 points, you feel good, but you don't feel great. And you just have to keep playing for another 30 minutes to be able to manage it. And I knew Midwestern going to make their run, and they're going to try to do something to keep it close. And sure enough, that they did a great job in the 30 minutes, and so did we.
Kind of nice to be the 4th seed and get a second playoff game at home.
Well,
especially after this trip.
We did what we had control over, and that's all we can ask. And so, we get a chance to play one more game together, and I love playing with these kids, and they're just fun bunch, fun staff, and I'm just lucky to order the buses and tell them what time my itinerary is next week. So that's what I'm excited about.
Any more questions? All right, home next week against Grand Valley State. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.